All right, everyone, welcome back to the Shadowverse Worlds Beyond 100% free-to-play Zero to Hero series, and today I'm gonna continue my journey, try to become a hero in this game in the Legends Rise Cup Grand Prix. It is stage 2 today. We get one free entry. Let's go ahead and do it. We are going to be using Runecraft again today. A little bit of a kind of unorthodox list. I will just flash it on the screen really quickly if you want to take a quick look. Yeah, a little bit unorthodox, which also means it's possible, may not be able to take this down. And yes, everyone, I am afraid I ended up in Group B. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. All right, once again, can we beat the group Topaz here in Group 2? I only did 2 runs on the first one. I ended up in 3-5.
Well done.
All right, sand seems okay. Against the sword craft, I may start contemplating just ditching the dimension climb in the opening hand because particular list that I'm running is kind of more rune focused. As you can see, we got Sage Light's Teachings and Juno, but I don't know. I mean, it's probably still going to be pretty good for this run. We'll see. Still running this kind of hybrid list. Do I play the Filled Out or the Foresight? I think I'll search for maybe try to find a Remy or something here. Okay, quite fine. Fun. Yeah, in this hybrid list, it's been a little bit challenging to get these dimension climbs quite where they need to get sometimes, so it's debatable how I should really kind of run these, I think, in the future. All right, I'm basically happy with everything in my hand since they're going to probably be dealing some damage early to me. I think I will get rid of the Ruler, and then I'm going to plan on using a Juno next turn. This Squirrel's dealing me the most damage. All right, everybody, here we go. Once again, we're going to see if this Juno's any good, this Visionary Alchemist here. I feel like if Runecraft gets, more support for the Earth Sigils, I feel like this is probably going to be one of the best cards for that kind of a strategy, but I'm kind of sorry to say it. There's been a couple spoilers already, and yeah, I have to say, unfortunately, things feel like they are not looking too good. My opponent had basically about the worst start pretty much ever seen from a Swordcraft player my whole life. So this Topaz newbie is actually playing like a Topaz newbie for once. And if we can't win this, that's going to be a problem. At that point, it's time for me to pretty much throw this this Earth Sigil variant into the trash, which, to be honest, I've already been kind of feeling all right to do. We're going to get a clone next turn. I'm actually going to save the Sage Light Teachings, I think. And, all right, I guess let's just get some massive damage in here. I don't think there's any way my opponent can come back from this at this point. Not anything that I can think of anyways. So we'll get one easy win at least here. Okay, that's not... Oh my gosh, everybody. I was playing against these random Topaz newbie people in these, and they were playing pretty good deck and playing pretty well before. But again, maybe this Earth Sigil deck is probably just not that good. All right, we should have the win, I think, here, right? Yep, we do. Okay, and then they're going to concede even before we get it. All right, let's see if we can actually make it to the final round by getting a 4 victory here. All right, first one off to a win. Let's enter into match 2 here. Okay, we got another Swordcraft. This time, still Topaz, still haven't played a ton, 10,000 RP. Okay, a little better. Man, I just cannot stop playing against Swordcraft, everybody. Which doesn't really surprise me. Oh, I guess Santa Gray is good enough against Sword. I guess I'll keep it. All right, this is looking pretty solid. All right, you just need a tiny bit of some early plays, and I think that's good enough probably to do it. Okay, flashed up. It's probably gonna actually have a question here as to what to do with this apprentice astrologer. All right, everybody. Once again, this is kind of the final test for this Visionary Alchemist. We got the Sage Light Teachings and the Alchemist. I'm gonna get rid of this Foresight. We're gonna actually try this hand out, everybody. All right, lose a Foresight, gain a Foresight, and probably actually play the Sage Light Teachings for 4 runes or sigils. Are they called sigil? It's called Runecraft. I feel like it would make sense for these to be called runes, but they're actually called sigils, I guess. Keep randomly calling them runes. Oh boy. Unfortunately, just because of the way my hand turned out, I think I may have to actually save the Sage Light Teachings. They're going second. You can get some pretty decent plays. Like next turn, I may have to go ahead and Sage Light, bring this up to 1, and then basically clear their board. Then I'll have the Ann and Gray after that. Got the Dimension Climb in my hand now. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to have to do. Wow, all they've got. Okay, well, my opponent. Wow, how are they so bad? Is that possible? Oh my gosh, Remy is so strong here. All right, I kind of wanted to go a little crazy and play the Sage Light Teaching here to get a whole bunch of these rune sigil things, but I think it's best to just play conservative. Like, we're already pretty far ahead at this point. They've kind of given us some leeway here by playing horribly. Okay, that's not gonna do it.
Not all is lost.
And by the way, I just want to say about this Sigil-oriented deck, it's just the fact that they're 3/3s. I feel like that's what just currently kind of kills the Sigil strategy. 3/3, I feel like it's just not enough. I just can't stop playing against Swordcraft, you know, in these. I don't even know if I really need to evolve here, to be honest. Yeah, I guess, again, I'll play kind of conservatively and evolve. I feel like this is actually the conservative play, which is to evolve. You might think otherwise, but it basically just puts me so far ahead here. Whereas the other one, I feel like you're kind of taking some risks because they're only 3/3s, you know? Like, against Owlbear, yeah, again, I can't stop playing against Swordcraft. Against Owlbear, they just kind of don't do anything against Owlbear. All right, my opponent is probably not going to be very happy about this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I almost made a huge mistake by accidentally picking the wrong card there. Yeah, probably not going to be very happy about this. Sorry, buddy. A lot of people end up just conceding if they're playing Swordcraft. I end up with the double Anagrea draw. I'm sorry, dude. And it's not going to be a concede, but I think we've got the victory on board now. I'm trying to think of what they... Fildau, I finally have learned, does not actually combo with Olivia, as I understand it. I haven't actually used it, but... Oh, shoot. Speaking of which, I actually screwed up. I actually have one Olivia and one Fildau in this deck right now, okay, and I think I may have to make some changes potentially. I threw this together with the Olivia thinking I'd try it out and try it with like the Remy Ramy, and then I wanted to try Fildau, so I've got one Fildau, I've got the Remy Ramys, and I've got one Olivia kind of testing them out, but yeah, I have now learned that it just does not quite work like you'd expect it to, so that's some learning there. All right, 2 wins, okay, maybe we can get to the 3rd round at the very least, that'll be nice. Let's go ahead and end this video with a 3rd round here. Oh man, okay, we've got a 57,000 RP in the lowest group in the game.
Medium rare.
What does that mean? All right, we're going second. Witch's Brew, solid. Remy Ramy. The Foresight, I've been kind of pitching these Foresights back recently when I have this kind of a hand, and even the homework time, like since I'm going to end up going into the Remy Ramy, we are playing against Runecraft. Maybe we should have kept it. Not sure. All right, it did end up being a pretty solid hand. Against Runecraft, I actually try to aggro him out with this particular version of this deck. The Remy Ramy and everything, I kind of aggro him out most of the time when I end up getting these wins with early Remy Ramy. And then if I can actually get the Juno, it's actually pretty good in the mirror matchup, I feel like. All right, what do we pitch back here? I don't feel like I need so many Stormy Blasts against Runecraft, so let's pitch one back. Keep the Foresight here. All right, is there any chance we may play the Sagelight Teachings here and then boost into the Anangrea instead if they don't do anything? Nah, I think let's try to get the Remy Ramy and kind of aggro him out a little bit. Yo, when the opponent has that really high RP, but then they're in like the lowest rank of the game. I don't even know how to interpret that. Does that mean they're like secretly really good and they've been tanking their rank like for missions, or does it mean they're just terrible? I have no idea. All right, we are going to end up using a Sagelight Teaching here, building up for a Juno, which can be good in these mirror matches. Is it going to be good in this particular mirror match? I don't know. I'm also going to have to actually draw the Juno at some point. Got 3 in the deck. Oh boy, man, I really can't call it right now as to what's going to happen in this match. The fact that we're missing the early dimension climb is actually really going to hurt us probably here. Still kind of testing out this Leia Bellringer. Get rid of it this time around. And my opponent is just, they stumbled, well, I don't know if they stumbled or not. They just haven't really been playing anything. Go ahead and engage this up again. Oh boy, I really don't know what's going to happen now. A little bit unpredictable. I'm not super happy because of the fact that I wasn't able to get the early damage in, and now I'm looking at what's in my hand and not feeling super great. Stormy Blast, okay, is now at X equals 4. I think we'll just Anangrea at this point. Geez, 3 Sagelight Teachings. I think this may have ended up kind of just being sort of a little bit of a bad draw on my end. 3 Sagelight Teachings is kind of a little rough, maybe. I'd say, yeah. We are going to get both of those Williams getting pumped up, which is actually not too bad. I could go ahead and burn the Stormy Blast now. It basically depends on if they're going to Anangrea me or if they're going to William me. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this. And now I am actually sorely missing the homework time that I pitched back at the beginning of this match. I did think maybe I needed it. Oh boy, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I haven't drawn any clone, which is a little unfortunate. This is going to hurt. William is going to basically make it fine, I think. Let's see, where are we at? X equals 4. So we may have to burn one more spell. We may have to burn the Stormy Blast here. Ooh, okay, there's the homework time, which is actually pretty nice. So we can William Sagelight teaching. Also next turn may be pretty decent. The X equals 5 William. So unfortunately I have to use this. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
Into the night.
All right, now we've got the X5 and X equals 4. So we will go ahead and equals for them. Am I being a little bit too conservative with the evolutions here? Maybe I need to go ahead and pop at least one evolution to... You know what? I don't think I will. Next turn, I can Sagelight teaching. I'm basically going to be saving these evolutions for some other cards. We are going to need a little bit of some draws here. Something. Okay. Starry-eyed Penguin Wizard. What's going to happen in this match? I think I'm dead. Because I never got into my dimension climbing. So when I draw it, it's just going to be way too late. And this deck can't really buff it up later on in the game, unfortunately. Okay, Blaze Destroyer. All right, so yeah, here, unfortunately, let's see, we've got an X equals 4. All right, we can get that up to X equals 5, plus another Stormy Blast. That is what we're going to have to end up doing here. Homework time is at X equals 2. Actually, we can also just Sagelight teaching and then homework time. All right, I did not quite think that through all the way. Missed one tick on the dimension climb because of that, unfortunately. All right, we're going to hit everybody for 4. This is going to be a pretty interesting match here. Sagelight teaching still thinks pretty good. Alright, Demonic Call's not going to do it. Blaze Destroyer's not going to do it. Where's my William at again? Did it get up to X equals 6 yet? Suddenly my opponent's kind of, sort of running out of juice. Ooh, alright, and we finally got the Juno Visionary Alchemist ready to go. It's actually pretty good this turn. Sadly, next turn, my opponent is probably going to play the Ruler of the you-know-what tease, and then Dimension Climb, and then we pretty much lose. So given that, well, we're basically just kind of toast here. And I don't think either one of these it matters which one we play if they end up having that. And then if they don't have that, which one's better to play? One could also come out for 10 mana. Yeah, that's actually what we're going to do. And then, okay, that actually kind of... Oh, this darn turn timer. How long does it take for this to happen on the turn timer? Kidding me. Jeez. God, that uses so much turn timer. Deal 10 to him. At least doing this, it kind of forces certain things for my opponents. Okay. They're gonna clone me back. Oh, theirs ends up being a 13-13. So theirs is gonna take 10. Alright, interesting, interesting. Okay, I have draws here. Oh. Oh, this is one of the most, oh my god, this is one of the most ridiculous matches. Let me just make sure this is lethal. Okay, yeah, as far as I can tell, this is one of the most ridiculous matches I've ever caught on camera, y'all, I think. We're 3-0, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? All right, y'all, if anybody's there, you enjoyed it, you're thinking about subbing, you haven't done it yet, go ahead and hit me with that sub if you enjoyed this. This is ridiculous. Oh, amazing. All right, y'all, let's see. We're 3-0. Hit me with the subscription if you haven't, if you enjoyed this. Absolutely ridiculous set of 3 games that I just put out there for you. And don't forget to come back for the next one to check and see where we get 3-0. I just need one more victory out of 2 to make it on in advance. All right, let's cross our fingers. Oh, man. And there it is. All right. Oh, wait. Advance to the final stage. Whoa, I didn't know it was 3. Whoa, hey, all right. Okay, got a chance to be a Group B hero at least. Let's see what happens. Keep tuning in to find out. Holy moly.